And we're live? Okay, we're live. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, wherever you drive, road, town, and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards, school teachers, law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, military personnel, whatever your job description is, shout out to you. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You're a good person. Shout out to you. Here we are on this beautiful morning. Today is the 17th of September 2025, and we are happy to be here. We are happy to be here because we know that we were blessed to be here with the present, and we could have been somewhere else, less desirable, but we are here. So we plan on enjoying this moment. Spend about 2 hours on this live this morning, hail up some people, and cut and go through. That's what we're doing. Lovely Anika, thank you for being the first one in this morning. Lovely Anika says, morning family, we up. We beard and we're ready. You're up on beard already. Big up yourself. Lovely Anika, my fellow content creator sister. Right there, first person in this morning. Click her name, go over to her channel, as I always say. And subscribe and keep the love in the family. Audrey is in the building. Audrey Wright says, morning, fam, present teacher. S Diva is in the building with us this morning. Heart of a Lion was here, but probably no longer here. Big up yourself, Heart of a Lion. Why Heart of a Lion look like TriStar's trucking vlog, so? Could be. Audrey Wright, big up yourself. Thank you for being here as well. Audrey says, can only listen in today as my boss decided to pop in on me 2 days early and I have nowhere to hide. All right, Audrey, we know how the run-ins go already. Nance, big up yourself. Sean Cassell, thank you for being here. Sean Cassell, big up yourself. Morning, fam, thank you for being here. Audrey also said, remember to hit the thumbs up button as you enter the live. Please, it helps the video to trend. The thumbs up button simply tells YouTube that people come here and they engage the content and they're interested in the content. If you watch the whole video and you never hit the thumbs up button, what it says to YouTube is, people did pass through, but they weren't that interested in it. So we'll put something else ahead of it when they promote these videos, according to their algorithms. Everybody's familiar with algorithms now and how they work, right? You might see something pop up on your timeline all the time, even though you probably don't even engage it all the time, but it's because other people engage it so much with the thumbs up, and stuff, and whole heap of comments and things. So YouTube says, okay, this is something they want, so they keep feeding it, right? So help us by hitting the thumbs up, please. Dorothy T, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Can only listen. I'm baking today. All right. So Audrey at work, you are bake. Tony can only listen. Got it. Rizabella, thank you for being here. SOUFLOTV family, how y'all doing today? Rizabella, we're doing fine this morning. Can't complain at all. Beautiful day, right? Who else is here? Let me see. Oh, Rizabella says, I'm so excited. Today is my marvelous husband's birthday. All right, Rizabella. Tell your husband we say happy birthday. All right. And big up himself and go and do him thing. Obviously, you're excited because he's a good husband. Because if he wasn't a good husband, you wouldn't pray for him dead or divorce. You wouldn't be excited that it's his birthday and him get one more year upon them. So you would pray for him dead instead. Right? So big up your husband, Isabella, on his birthday. Happy birthday to him. All right. Stacey Ann is in the building with us this morning. 5 up there, bright and early. Let's Bond TV. Say morning, the people them. Big up yourself, bro. Thank you for being here. Simon G in the building. Anthony Vaz is here. Says good morning, SOUFLOTV, everyone on the live. Up. Patricia Jackson is with us this morning as well. Lovely Anika. Oh, she talk to other people, yeah, know. All right. We're not gonna stay long for the live this morning because we have so much to do as well. So we have a bunch of people who can't participate because they are baking and because they are catering to their husband and because they are working and the boss did it. And it's the same thing over here. We have like 1 million things to do today. So this is going to be a very short live. I wanted to take the day off, but I couldn't do it. So here we go. Couple of things that happened recently. Before we get into all that happened recently, for my Florida people, I told you yesterday that we are now open carry and we can carry our guns on us out in the open for everybody to see it. I also, just a word to the wise, caution. I said, if you are black, I said it about 5 times. If you are black, I would advise you to continue to conceal carry and not carry that gun outside because you don't know how the thing go already, right? Right. All right. With that said, our sheriff spoke yesterday and he basically broke it down that the sheriff department cannot say anything, cannot do much about what is happening. So he's cautioning the public that if you go outside, if you're in Florida and you go outside and you see people walking past you, maybe walking down your street, you might see your neighbor just going to check the mailbox with a rifle over their back or something, don't be alarmed. It's what the norm is going to be now for however long that's going to last. All right. Now I'm going to run through my phone a little bit because I saved some not important, but some interesting things to talk about. And I think I could share those with y'all this morning. So let's start off with the sheriff and what he had to say first. This for my Florida people, including myself. All right.
Talk to you about a recent case law change which will adversely impact all of us. The appellate court in Florida have overturned a case involving open carry, which means now the courts have ruled that it is a violation of the Second Amendment to restrict someone's ability to open carry a weapon in Florida. Meaning now that people presumably are now allowed to open carry in Florida. That could be a handgun on the side hip, on a thigh holster. It could be an AR-15 slung over their shoulder. It could be a shotgun over their shoulder with all kinds of extra magazines. So while some people support this and some people don't, but this is just a current state of affairs, that at some point in time you are likely to encounter somebody walking down the street in your neighborhood, maybe in a business, a restaurant, somewhere, which has some type of weapon. So there's not a whole lot the sheriff's office can do, because presumably now this is a constitutional right to have this weapon, and our ability to challenge that is like almost zero. So this is more of a, not a dispute or argument or pro or con, but more just to make sure you're aware. So if you see this, which you're likely to, you can know that this is a lawful event that's occurring, and the ability for anybody to interact, change, stop at this point in time is not existent. I think the only next step would be if someone wants to challenge this, is to challenge it to the Florida Supreme Court, which could or could not hear the case. I don't know, but an appellate court has overturned a lower court ruling again, now making it lawful to open carry in Florida. We saw this on the ballot in the past. This was a big push initiative by some to have this. So anyway, just wanted to brief you. Hey friends, good morning. Rick Ramsey from the Sheriff's Office. I want to talk.
That's that. That's a quick update. We're not going to dwell on it. Florida is now an open carry state. Moving right along. Another thing I saw pretty interesting yesterday was this. And we can start off with this before we get into the other topics that I have to talk about today. I know that Jerome, if he's here, would like for me to do the StreamYard, put the video in the video kind of thing. But this is quick and easy for me and works just the same. So we're going to work with this. I want you to listen what this Yankee brother had to say. And by Yankee, we mean no disrespect. We mean somebody who, a foreigner. So us Jamaicans call anybody from outside of Jamaica, especially if they're from the United States of America, a Yankee. Just food for thought. Southerners call people from up north Yankees. So we're not Southerners calling people from up north Yankees. We are Jamaicans calling foreigners Yankee, right? All right. Now, listen what this brother had to say.
Man, I love Jamaican food, but fuck that. Fuck them places, cuz. Them motherfuckers act like you're a burden for wanting their food. Like, they act like, nigga, you American and you come in there, you get the stankiest attitude, just no customer service or nothing. God damn. But a roster come in there, oh yeah, the fuck? If you only wanted to serve Jamaicans, why the fuck did y'all come here? What the fuck? You came to America to make a store because your granddaddy over here and you just want your granddaddy to come to it all the time? Nigga, we fuck with your food. But god damn, I don't fuck with it enough that you gonna give me your ass to kiss. Fuck you and that goddamn food. The fuck? Like, that shit blew the fuck out of me just now. Like, motherfucker, fix your face. I came to give you my money and you acting like I came to, I don't fucking know, but I ain't do shit to you. Hey, how you doing? Your face frown. Nigga, fuck you. Turn around. Man, I love Jamaican food, but fuck that. Fuck them places, cuz. Them motherfuckers act like you're a burden for wanting their food. Like, they act like, nigga, you American and you come in there, you get the stankiest attitude, just no customer service or nothing. God damn. But a roster come in there, oh yeah, the fuck? If you only wanted to serve Jamaicans, why the fuck did y'all come here? What the fuck? You came to America to make a store because your granddaddy over here and you just want your granddaddy to come to it all the time? Nigga, we fuck with your food. But god damn, I don't fuck with it enough that you gonna give me your ass to kiss. Fuck you and that goddamn food. The fuck? Like, that shit blew the fuck out of me just now. Like, motherfucker, fix your face. I came to give you my money and you acting like I came to, I don't fucking know, but I ain't do shit to you. Hey, how you doing? Your face frown. Nigga, fuck you. Turn around. Man, I love Jamaican food.
Let's start there. Let's start there. There's a bunch of Jamaicans right now that's like this. That's that. I'm ready. What? Say something. Say something. I'm ready. I think that brother needs to know that, first of all, there are people on our platform that are not Jamaican and they're not from the Caribbean diaspora. They just find the content interesting and they resonate with some of the stuff we put out, so they're here. I don't want anybody to be alienated. Whatever preconceived notion or perceptions you have, this is my disclaimer. This is not one of those channels. I don't care about people's sexuality. It does not bother me and it does not bother my life and my upward mobility. I don't care about who is from where, black man from this place and black man from that place. We all the same people and we are one big family. In my mind, we're the same people connected by DNA, right? So as I'm talking now, I'm just trying to enlighten my American brothers and sisters who don't know already about Jamaican culture. And of course, them dirty customer service. Dirty customer service. As a Jamaican, very rarely do I even get good customer service from Jamaican places. As a Jamaican. So I understand what you're saying, bro, because in America, y'all grew up under this customers always right kind of thing and service with a smile kind of thing. And us modern day Jamaicans be trying to tell all the others that that's the way to go because people are spending their money with you when they could be spending the money somewhere else. So do like the Chinese people do. And you don't know, they could be over there saying, I hate this nigga. Ugly ass, big eye, dumb frog looking motherfucker. Chicken wing fried rice? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. They always service with a smile. They service with a smile because they know what they get out of it. They get you coming back with your money again and again. Our Jamaican people, for some reason, in Jamaica and abroad, are the same straight across the board. You know, you go in there, you look at the menu, you see they have oxtail, they have rice and peas, they have curry goat, You could get that with rice and peas, or you can get it with white rice. So you say, I want some oxtail with some rice and peas, and they go, we don't have none. You don't have none of what? The oxtail? I've seen this before, and I've lived it before. You ready? You ready for order? I've seen them. I watch my American brothers and sisters struggle, right? You ready for order? And they're like, yeah, let me get a large oxtail with rice and peas, and they're like, we don't have none. Come on, Jamaican people, learn. We don't have none of what? What are you telling this person? You know, first of all, you greet them in a patois and they don't speak patois. Okay, it might make the establishment seem more authentic. You know what I mean? But they don't understand and they're frustrated right away because they're trying to. You don't have any of what? You don't have none of what? The oxtail or the rice and peas? And they have to ask. You don't have none of what? The oxtail or the rice and peas? No rice and peas. Okay, so what is substituting for the rice and peas today? Like, you know, y'all make it so difficult sometimes. I have to, I'm sorry, but they have to say it. We make it so difficult sometimes. How about this? We're out of rice and peas right now, but you can get it with white rice. Yeah, that's what we have for now. If you can wait about another half an hour, then the rice and peas will be finished fresh and you can get some rice and peas. Yeah, you want to wait or do you want the rice with it, the white rice with it? I can substitute a little bit of vegetables for it as well if you like vegetables. You know, be courteous to the people them. Just me not have none. Okay. and all right then. So I'll take that and then let me get a small curry goat with, well, you don't have no rice and peas. So I guess we get it with white rice too, right? No. No what? Enough rice now left round there. We only have enough for the one order for the large oxtail where you just get. So the rice I gonna run out for the curry goat. Okay, so what are we substituting for? For the white rice with the curry goat now? Like, come on, man. I've seen this. And because I'm a Jamaican and I'm standing over there, I'm like, it's like irking my nerves because I want to jump in and just say something on them behalf, you know, just to make the thing go smoother. But me know something will get cost too. And then they gotta handle my food. I want my food too. So I'm just standing there like, Jesus Christ, what kind of customer service is this? Like, deal with the people them look a better, yo. We don't have none. No. It done. Wait, hold on there. Number on there? Oh, yeah, it done. We gotta do better than that. We have to start helping them. You heard what the brother said? The brother said, we F with your food. We love your food, right? And when we come in there, we came to get your food. But as soon as we enter the establishment, I'm greeting you with, hey, how you doing? You greeting me. Wow. Like, what you mad about? You mad because I came in here? Because I could leave. You know what I mean? I could change my mind and go get something else. You mad because I came in here? Because I don't get the, hey, how you doing? How it translates to, wow. I don't know what to tell them. Ken Robinson says, we want your business, but you have to read our minds. And that's crazy. And that's crazy. Another thing that we do is we take our personal life everywhere with us, right? And that can make you a very poor business person, taking your personal life everywhere with you. Your personal life is your personal life. If you never get none last night, or you haven't gotten any in about 2 weeks, or your man body stop work, or your woman now put out none because she begs with you for something, or your I'll ride you, or you have an argument right before you open the store this morning, or whatever, you have to be able to do like the Chinese. You got to wipe that stuff off like right away and go outside like this. Hey, good morning. How you doing this morning? May I help you? Okay, taking your order first. What do you want? And go right into it. It's something that you have to practice being. My mom had a restaurant here, right, where I live at. And while I was in the army, my mom was running her restaurant. My mom had the first Jamaican restaurant in our city. And she had it here for 20 years before anybody else was like, so she was very established here in the city. Even today, because of that restaurant, when I go anywhere, people see me, they're like, "Where your mama? How's she doing? She's still cooking? Can we get some of that oxtail? Can you ask her? Could you give her my number? Could you?" But I remember coming home from the army, and I came home from Germany, and I was like, let me go sit in a mummy restaurant and see what I go on and learn the runnings and them thing there, right? And I did. And I watched her do the same thing. And my mom is usually a person where, I mean, she's just a normal Jamaican woman. I watched my mom do the same thing, whether she was conscious of it or not. So I had to tell her, you know, like she had a big pet peeve about people that come in with, if you came in at lunchtime and she had a lunch special and the lunch special is posted outside of the restaurant, it was $5.99, right? $6. And people would come in there with $50, like a $50 bill, $100 bill. That would piss her off till like she was like somebody who would go crazy because of that. So I'm saying, Mom, somebody order the food, she make the food. She have our big sign up front, you know, I give her credit. She have our big sign up front saying no bills larger than tens, please. Right? We can't make change. Even because the bank right around the corner, no matter how we got change from the bank, it'll go right quickly if everybody is coming with 150s for a $6 order. And we wanted the lunch process to go smoothly and fast. So they would come in with these big bills, and every time she share out the food already, I watched my mom share out the food one time. I'm gonna watch the man put the $50 bill over the counter, and my mom was like, I just turn our back, give the man, and just serve somebody else. You know, she was like, wait, what's your order? The person said the same thing you just shared for him. She gave them that man order. You know, so I said, Mommy, you can't deal with the people them like that, because these are people that come here all the time, you know. Or she would start talking loud. She'll be like, every day I'm telling her, say, me no want no big bills in here. I want to come in here with $50, $100. Me can't make change for the $100. Say you're cursing out your customers instead of, you know, just say I don't have them big bills and move on to the next person. You gotta hide your frustration when you're in business. You can't take it out by your customers. Them kind of something there, right? So every time I was there, I may have done the service and stuff. They used to be like, man, I love your mama. She could cook. I've been coming here for years, but honestly, I'd be scared to order my food when she here, because I don't know if she gonna cuss me out. And it shouldn't be like that. Live on the air with SOUFLO. Good morning.
Morning, SOUFLO.
Morning, family. How you doing?
Morning, everybody in the chat.
Talk to it.
My experience
Mm-hmm.
from what the guy was saying on the video.
Mm-hmm.
We go a Jamaican restaurant in America.
Mm-hmm.
We go a Jamaican restaurant in Canada. We go a Jamaican restaurant in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
And from my experience,
Mm-hmm.
even if the restaurant like is in an airport, we even experienced that. But what I noticed,
Mm-hmm.
the chain restaurants and the restaurants like in a hotel
Mm-hmm.
and the restaurants like in an airport that are run by Jamaicans,
Like,
they seem to have more customer service than the mom and pop
Like a
family
juicy
Jamaican
patty,
restaurant.
like a juicy or something,
Right. Or Dutch pot
or Dutch
or
pot.
those places.
Yeah.
They are more patient with you. They communicate with you. They're
Mhm.
all dressed in their uniforms, and it's run a certain way, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when you have the mom and pop and the whole family running the restaurant, whatever they argued about last night, when they open in the morning,
Mhm.
you're going to get all that attitude when the customers come in.
Yeah. You can hear them arguing while they're doing your food too, right?
Exactly.
Every
And
Ross
another
morning, me
thing,
tell you, say if you come in here early and on this time, you just come in here, start the place back up
exactly.
around the
And they
one mop
never
up and
start on time. They never,
yeah.
the mom and pop restaurants, they never open on time.
Right.
But the chain ones are always on time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then another thing I noticed, the ones that are in the chain restaurants
Mhm.
are getting paid more and have more benefits than the mom and pop restaurant. So the mom and pop restaurants are overworked and underpaid. They're stressed because they have to do every single thing themselves.
Yeah. But we can't tell our customers that though.
Exactly.
You know. Yeah.
But I'm just saying I see a difference
Yeah.
with the customer service from the chain Jamaican restaurants
True.
versus the mom and pop.
And I want to tell you something too. Not all the time, cause me there at Jamaica already, and I go to
You find a few mom and
Yeah,
pops
true. You are right. You
that
are right.
are
Some of
very
them. You always find somebody who is disgruntled, but you are right. The ones from the chain, they are more organized and they tend to be nicer. You're right.
yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
May I go back and I check?
All right. Do you think that's because, like you said, they're getting paid better, or like it's because probably a better work environment? Because if you notice, more people work there, so the workload shares, so the people them not that stressed out. They can move at a more slower, more friendly pace. If you look at the mom and pops restaurant, them you will have the same person that's serving the food up front have to be the same person where I prep the food back there. We have to be the same person that I unload the truck. Have to be the same person where I mop up the floor, round the back. Have to be the same person that's so you're doing like 10 different things. Marie, you might have a point. They might just be stressed out, but at the end of the day, we still can't take it out on our customers because your customers don't pay for your problems. They pay for your food. So you have, and food is a funny thing, because me, I'm like this. If I sense any kind of funny energy from you, I don't want the food. I don't care how nice you are. After, you don't want the food again. You know what I mean? Live on the air with SOUFLO. Good morning.
Good morning, SOUFLO.
Morning, Pauline. How you doing? And good morning, caller. Talk to us, please.
Good, how you doing?
Good. You?
You know what I think it is? I'm good. I think it's business structure because if you're talking about like a Juicy or a Golden Cross,
Mm-hmm.
they have a proper business structure. They have you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not a mom and pop. So it's like people who've maybe majored in business, they've managed business, the people come in, they have a system for training their staff, all that kind of stuff. So they're going to get their customer service training. They're going to have performance reviews, all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So there's a lot more structure versus just somebody who can cook good and say them are going to open up a shop. That's what I think.
True.
But I feel a little bad, but the guy is right. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're giving you their money. Like we can kind of deal with our people, but other people, it's a turn off. And I remember even I used to take my daughter to this one hairdresser. And I would, mind you, this hairdresser by me.
Right.
But because it's a Caribbean style, I was like, okay, I figure it's one of my people. You understand?
Right.
I drove an hour to go specifically to her hair salon for a while just to get my daughter's hair done.
Right.
And one day I come in, It was like after COVID, and they have the hands. They want you to do hand sanitizer. They have the hand sanitizer thing on the wall, and they want you to. Well, as soon as you come in, you sanitize your hands. Like, all right. So I come in, and she's like, "Girl, you know what to do," something like that. And I'm like, "What is it?" She's, "Oh, you've been here before. You know what to do." I said, "Well, what, Mama? What is it?" She said, "The hand sanitizer." I'm looking for the hand sanitizer. "Oh, it's over there. You know where it is." Da da da. She carrying out with me, and I'm like, "Mama, Mama, let me do you something. Why are you carrying on with me like this?" You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was upset. And I said, "All right, let me just go get my daughter hair done." I come to get my daughter hair done. Then the woman said, the next one, she can't do that specific hairstyle. I said, "Okay, but this hairstyle is going to take less time. Twist is faster than braids. And it's the same size." "No, it has to be the braid because that." I said, "It's all right. Let me go home." And let me tell you, I was so angry because, as I said, I bought extra gas to come specifically to you.
Yeah.
Because I figure I'm supporting my people.
Right.
You understand? I didn't have to do it.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
I like to move. You see how the Jew them move? They won't go 2-3 hours for their people.
Go to their own.
So my mindset.
Yes.
And I'm inconveniencing myself to support you. And so you treat me. Let me tell you, I called that place. I was so upset. And I laced her, you see? I hope she didn't get it on the voicemail. I laced her behind. I said, "This is why Black business cannot prosper. Because I travel over an hour to come to you. And you take your whole life problem out." And she didn't talk about something about she having a bad day or something. Whether you're having a bad day or not, come on, you own a business.
Right.
Stay home.
Right. We don't want to hear about
people. Our people have to do better, man.
Yeah, people don't want to hear about your problems, man. Not in business.
Not in business.
They're paying for your service and they're out. And we need to understand that.
Come on, and Black people have been complaining about customer service for too long for business owners to not get the message.
True, I agree. So is it that we value others more than our own? Because I watch how others get treated, if you know what I mean by others.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
You know what I mean by others.
I know which others is particularly our top, because we would never give those people the same, but we don't, because it's still implanted in us the lack of, I don't know if it's familiarity, probably some of that, and then also not valuing your own people. I remember my mom used to do the nursing assistant back in the day. And most of the time they're white people. Once in a blue, she get a Black person. And she said, "You see when she see our own people, she'll white them up a little bit more. She massage their hand a little bit more. Because when you're dealing with your own, you give them the best."
Right.
That's how I was raised.
Right.
You give your people the best, especially because we know where we're coming from.
Right.
And we know how hard it has been for our people. You give your people a little extra tender care. You don't treat your people any old type of way. We have to do better, man. It's unacceptable at this point.
Yeah.
Every business owner has gotten the message. They're just ignoring it.
Or
maybe it's not conscious, like you said, your mom, they're not conscious.
Right.
But we have to start get conscious because it's going to affect your business.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So either you stay at home unemployed or go work for somebody, or your business can't flourish because everybody know your product is good.
True.
So that's it.
True. Good point made. I appreciate that one. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah. I've said it before too. You know, I had a Jamaican mechanic for let me see. The truck that I gave my son, I bought that truck the year my son was born. And by the time my son was 3 years old, him sit on around driver's seat. And Kosi used to say, "I want this truck. I want this truck." By the time him reached 5, 6, and 7, he was like, "I want this truck when I get older." So I actually held on to that truck for 16 years. I drove the same truck for 16 years just so I could wait to give it to him, because he said he wanted it from he was that small. We have pictures with him in it at 2 and 3 sitting around the steering wheel, pretending he's driving and all this. As soon as we get to the picnic, tear it down, broke it down, pull it apart, and can't put it back together. And now it costs more to put it back together than the truck itself actually costs. But that's a whole other story when we're telling about for the next day. Anyhow, the mechanic that helped me to maintain that truck for the 16 years I had that truck is a Jamaican mechanic. And after all these years with that mechanic, you know, I kept on saying, like, I could see where the treatment just got worse and worse and worse till it got to the place where if I drop off my vehicle to get fixed, it's 2 weeks before I get my car back. Sometimes it's 5 days, 7 days, 9 days, 10 days before I get my car back. And this wasn't a time, this wasn't nothing complicated to do. And this wasn't a time when, like in the pandemic, when them couldn't get parts in or nothing. And it's an old 1997 Ford Explorer that all the parts are right here locally. But I would sit by, like drive by the place and park down the street or across the road and watch. And this man would, as soon as I leave, he would take my vehicle and go park it way in the back and just left it there. And just start carrying in all them other customers them and do them thing quick, especially the white customers. I'm calling from across the street, right? I say, yo, what go on with my truck? Him say, yeah, man, I have it on the lift right now. We'll look through it, give me about 30 minutes to an hour, me will call you back. Mind you, know, me across the street, you know. I said, all right then, call me back, you know, big man. Him say, yeah, man, I soon call you back. Dun, 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 dun. All the next day, the man not call me back yet. The next day. So the next day, I call. I say, yo, big man, you never called me back yesterday, you know. Me sure the truck ready now, not true? Him say, nah, sir. It still have me a fine tune it, you know. It fixed, you know, but it not ready. Me want to drive it a little bit and make sure so everything good to go before me get back to you. Cross the street again. Watch my truck. It's still in the same place, way in the back where it was yesterday. So I say, how this man start dealing with me like that? So I start going down the street to some white people. I go to the white people. The white people say, bring it by 9 a.m. I bring it by 9 a.m. Them look over it. Within 30 minutes to an hour, them call me. Them say, hey, it's the XYZ. It's going to cost this much to fix. And it's about this hours of labor. It could be done by 4 p.m. I'm going to say, all right, do you want us to do it? I said, yes, please. They say, okay, got it. We'll call you when it's done. Before that the time they reach, notification hit my phone. Your vehicle is ready for a pickup at XYZ, the same place. Then the call comes. Hey, your vehicle is ready. I don't know if you got the text notification. I say, yeah, I got it. Same day, couple of hours, done. And it's every single time. Live on the air with SOUFLO. Good morning.
SOUFLO, good morning. We just pick up a silver medal.
We just pick up a silver medal.
Long jump. Yeah, Tajay Gale.
Yeah, good for whip on that, man.
Yeah, and big up PG in the chat. We cook one pot of ackee and saltfish yesterday and callaloo.
Rotted. You and who?
PG, Pussy Galore.
Really?
Yes.
I saw. You know, say I'll be forgetting that's her because she changed the name to PG. I see the name and I'm
PG,
like, big
so
up PG.
Get used to PG. She changed the name.
I want PG now come back up her.
Yeah, she just come down a couple days ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So big up yourself. Big up to the silver medalist.
See, big. I will get the
Bye.
silver. I will get the silver.
Tajay Gale.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
All right, later. All right, yeah, back to the customer service. But PG in here, Pussy Galore, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Pussy Galore, regular there, Jamaican, if you talk about fly often. Same way, flow. If you are serving food with bad energy, me no want it. Yeah, man, me no want it. I don't even eat it in my house. If the wife have bad energy, me no eat the food and she cook it. Me eat something else. Me no know, it's just a thing. So I can't see myself going to any restaurant and you give me no screw face, bad energy and serve me the food. No, sir. I wouldn't even stay to get the food. My God. But yeah, we have to do better though. You know, because this isn't the first time that we've heard these complaints about our customer service. And we make excuses about it, including me, because I've told my audience before, I said sometimes, you know, maybe they're foreign too long. So and you're used to them talking to you in foreign where the customer is always right. But maybe the customer should always be right since I guess them must spend them money. And since money is so valuable and since you need it, you know, maybe you should make it that the customer is always right kind of thing. I mean within boundaries. You know what I mean? But Jamaica customer service is something else, my friend, and we carry it all the way around the world with us. It's become a part of our culture. I actually heard one American brother on Instagram that does these videos. He said, if I go to a Jamaican restaurant and the attitude is not, y'all pardon my language. He said, if I go to a Jamaican restaurant, the attitude ain't fucked up, I'm not eating the food from there. That attitude gotta be bad, because when the attitude is bad, the food is good. When the attitude is bad, the food is good. But if I go to a Jamaican restaurant and the attitude is good, I don't want the food because I know it's not going to be good. And I thought, wow. I was laughing because I found it funny. But then if you really sit and think about it, that's what they think about us, right? If the attitude is bad, the food is good. He explained it though. He was like, why else would people keep going there with such bad attitude? You know? The food, the attitude's so bad, but the food is so good that people are willing to overlook the bad attitude to come get the food anyways. I'm like, damn. So we have to do better. We have to do better. We can't keep on doing like this because the people them know, they know, and they honestly can easily take their money somewhere else. And then we're complaining, boy, you know, it's a business slow enough. Ain't nothing on going. Them kind of something there. Shout out to the mom and pops Jamaican stores out there, Jamaican restaurants. Those are the ones I think that carry the best food. However, the pressures do get real, especially when business starts to boom. There's a part of business that a lot of people don't look at. So when you're in business, you're trying to beat your overhead costs, them, the light bill, the space for rent, the price, the employee pay, everything. And then you're also trying to maximize your profits and see how much you can save at the same time, right? So as the business start to scale and grow, what many of us do is we start saying we can cover all the work and we won't hire more people. And that's one of the downfalls of our businesses. So maybe we can start looking into all that too. That as because we see the business are grow, we see how it's busy in there. Get some more people, man, and believe in your business, believe in its upward mobility, and invest in it by hiring somebody else to come share the workload, so your people won't be so disgruntled when others come in. And greet your customers with a screw face instead of a smile. Next thing they're on social media making faces about your business, making noise about your customer service, and people stop coming there. Your employees can damage your business too. Because sometimes you don't have to do with you, you know. You as the person who own the business, you know the ropes already. So you're willing to greet everybody. Hi, how you doing? It just be that one employee that you're not really paying attention to who is actually a film face show up front and them not care about your business like that. They care about getting a paycheck. You understand? So and them don't even like you. Them don't even like you. Them a work at your place, but them not like you. So they'll be there, but they'll make sure them screw face every customer will come in at your house. So then again, that too we have to pay attention to. Watch the people them you're hiring. Watch the people them you're hiring. And in mom and pops, a lot of the times, I want our American brothers and sisters to know, in the mom and pops restaurants, a lot of the times the people you meet in there, they are all related somehow. It's a family thing. Somebody married to somebody, or a friend, or a cousin, or an auntie, or something. So it's like whatever problems they have family wise outside, they come right into the restaurant same way. Not making excuses for them, but that's what it be like sometimes. So we as Jamaicans don't really take it personal all the time. Maybe we can navigate around it. Come and look on them and be like, I know say no me ma talk to. Or I know say no she me she a talk to. Anyway, let me get four of them party there, please. And then me leave. Right? And so I don't take it so personal, but you not understanding the and then we talk a certain way too, which the harshness in our dialect can come off as unpleasant, as if we don't want you there when I just saw it talk. Somebody said the other day, damn, Jamaicans, they be sounding like they arguing all the time. They be sounding like they arguing all the time, or they be sounding like they want to fight all the time. And I'm like, who are you listening to? He said, every Jamaican. You ever hear them talk with each other? They sound like they arguing all the time, or like it's about to go down. They about to fight. I said, man, that's how they talk. It's just the dialect and how they talk. He was like, I don't know, bro, because I be hearing a lot of Bumble Ross, this and that. I said, that's just how they talk. Nobody is about to fight. So all that too. I don't know. But we have to fix up the customer service though. Yo, my youth, you know, say, I did a day, I go down there, so you know, I tell her, say, you see, big body girl, one girl down there named Joyce, you know her? And the next brother I said, Joyce. Which one, the red one? And he said, no, man, the dark skin one, man. The dark skin one, we have a yellow sitting in our here. I say, yes, she same one. I say, yo, brother, I want to put on some blood clot. And I sitting there, see, you don't know what's going on. That's a pleasant conversation for them. they talking about some sexy girl that you want to do things to. You know what I mean? For you, all you hear is some blood clot, some book on the side, some. You're like, yo, they angry as hell. I don't know if I want to be in here. Maybe we need to tone it down too. Sometimes, depending on who is around, realizing that we're not in Jamaica, we're overseas. So mastery of the English language, or at least, shave it back a little bit so they can understand and know that they're not being threatened. You know, your environment should never feel threatening to your customers, right? Live on the air with SOUFLO. Good morning.
SOUFLO, you're right.
Yeah.
The way they speak to you is a part of the intimidation for other cultures that don't understand.
Right.
It's ordinary to us.
Right.
Because we do it all the time.
So we look
even
over
when
a
them
lot
are
of that.
we are play dominoes or whatever. Everything
Right.
what we do is aggressive.
Right.
If we are play football, everything is aggressive.
Right. Right.
To them. But to us, we enjoy ourselves.
Yeah.
But think about it, SOUFLO. When you hear African man sit down and talk to them one another, even if you don't understand what they must say, don't it sound aggressive?
Yeah.
It's come from our African culture. That's how we stay.
Yeah. Yeah. But that means so when we're in other places where they speak what they call the softer languages, then we have to go conform a little bit.
Well, some of us in the mom and pop stores, like the caller said, they weren't trained how to handle customers with the British English and all that.
Seeing.
But the chain stores train them how to handle customers.
True. Mom and pop store don't have no customer service training go on. It's you know, you start Friday, you can start Friday. Yeah, all right then. Come in now. I pay you this much a week and thing. That's how it go. Naya TV Lifestyle says, my dude, that's how he is with aggression, the way he speaks sometimes. And it may cause a battle, LOL. I'm American. He's Jamaican. I'm American. He's Jamaican. And sometimes that poor man probably ain't even saying nothing too harsh. You over there turning. Naya, you probably over there turning it into something that is completely not on all levels, on all topics. I had this discussion over here where I spoke about Caribbean people, their best match for them dating wise would be other Caribbean people, because Caribbean people, period. I'll be around enough Trinis and they do the same. They have their antics and their the way of expression verbally, how they swing their words, pretty much the same way. Guyanese, same way. Um, I think it's a Caribbean thing, and like Marie said, probably even ancestral, like an African thing. So if you're not like really in love and trying to figure this person out and work with them, ah, all right, Marvin, big up yourself. Then problems could be there because a lot of stuff we say might be perceived the wrong way. Nah, he can be rough with me sometimes. He's very loving, but he can be rough. But I'm a little rough too, so it works. LOL. Well, if it works for y'all, it works for y'all. I'm just telling you that sometimes he might say some stuff that he really didn't mean no harm by it. He probably was trying to be funny, end up being in an argument for the next 2 days, or if he's probably trying to, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, or come on for the customer service. Jerome, what go on? Hello? All right, Jerome is sleeping.
Flo.
Yeah, brother, welcome. You all right? You need help?
Flo, good morning.
Morning, Jerome. What go on?
Why am I there? No, this is something that I'm very close to the customer service because it's something that I just hate when
Mm,
we try not to have customer service.
mm,
But I even remember one time my sister go Jamaica and he went into one of the juicy beef and she said she see like six white people come in and decide to make an order. These people sometimes them group up together and they order, and
mm-mm.
then all of her friends get served and get their beef patties, and one of them didn't get theirs. And when she look, everybody else that get and she not get, and the white lady said to the lady, say, all my friends get their patties already, but I didn't get mine. And he said to her, lady, wait your turn. And she was like, she see that there's some misunderstanding, and
Yeah,
she just want to rectify. All she had to do is say, okay, let me see what's going on.
yeah, yeah.
What, Flo, stop it laughing, man.
Now, man, Carl. When you say, lady, wait your turn. Poor thing. The poor woman probably has said, but we all came together and they got theirs already, and others are getting theirs. Oh gosh.
Sometimes we work with the energy, so maybe all that lady maybe just not like see certain people and instead them think them better than, and because you have that motion in your head, you're just gonna not take the time out to try
Yeah,
to resolve the problem.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But me work
Oh,
in a restaurant, most of the time. I was even a
man.
head chef. I see it all the while. And I
Same.
realized, a lot of people, they're very much attractive to good customer service. So even
Mm-hmm.
sometimes if I used to serve food, you have people used to wait. And the bosses
Mm-hmm.
them used to want to find out say, I must serve me the serve the food heavy. Why people that wait for me are ask if I'm at work.
Yeah,
But
give them
when they
more than
start
you're
to,
supposed to.
yeah, no, but they start to break down and say, no, he's intelligent. And just the way how he politely address me makes me feel like, and he shares my food different. No, huggy, like how everybody else hurry up and flingy food in our plate. He's
Yeah,
organized and, he smiles, and I don't even think he's a Jamaican. I didn't know he's a Jamaican. Because what?
right.
So I so many time customer service. I see it all the
Yeah.
time. Every time we go to a Jamaican restaurant, what you guys have? Look on the board.
Look
Me
on
say, can you tell? Look on the
what when
board.
they come in and talk about what do you have on the menu today? You hear it up there sign or look on him.
Me say I hate it. And
All
hear me
right,
now on the
look
floor.
on the
All right,
board.
let me get a brown stew pork, sir. We not do pork. Then you say, all right, what you have ready? Me say, see there, we have everything else. Then me go ask,
Mm-hmm.
all right, steam fish. We not have that ready. And it's just that sometimes you just have to be polite and them not stay so. And sometimes you hear them talk over your food. Me
Mm-hmm.
not even worry want it. Me say, give me a beef patty and me just leave.
Yeah, and that's my get-to, my go-to. Just give me 2 of them beef patty there. You know, let's call it a day.
But then sometimes you go someplace and them will tell me about one beef patty for $5. No suicide mission that. Like, but as me said, and everywhere me normally go, anywhere me go and see good customer service, me highlight it. Me call the manager, me give a compliment, you know, me tip extra. Sometimes me just tip for no reason and just say, hey, whatever you're doing, I like it. Keep it up. And that really make the person there. And not just sometimes we need to have these things within it. But the bad customer service, no, you're not get it. You can't get it. Some things that them do. All right, let me get a plantain. You pay for that? Can I get some extra gravy? Oh, we charge extra for your oxtail gravy. Like, some things that these people do sometimes. It's just
Yo.
But I like curry. I like fried chicken with curry goat gravy. Well, a goat gravy no enough. It go dry out.
Yeah. No, like, we used to get that all the time. So my mother used to be mad. I used to tell her, say, "Mommy, you have to start cook this stuff with a lot of extra gravy, because you always have people who come and ask for oxtail gravy. You always have people who come and ask for curry gravy. Just cook extra gravy. You know what I'm saying? Cook extra gravy."
Them not believing that. Me say go somebody and me here like the American, you know. Let me get some peas and rice, but make the gravy swim with it. Sir, me not go kill you off and then you blame me. Me say, what all of that have to do with the customer? Me here they tell me not go kill you off because too much gravy and then you come blame me. Like, does the dead even know to blame anybody? The dead knows nothing.
High cholesterol, me.
Yeah, man, you know, I mean, but I see it all the time, and I realize though with Jamaicans, yeah, than abroad, especially they go and market the Chinese people store. If you tip them extra, anywhere them see you, even a mile away, them start treat you with appreciation. Them deal with you different. Huh?
Them start fix up your thing already.
Yeah, man, them know everything by heart. It seems like them even go and rehearse everything. From them see you, them all tell you what you need. Okay, no worry, me have you. All them all tell you say come out of line and go sit down. Me have you prepare already. All these good things they'll do. Yes.
Special treatment. True.
Yeah. I guess go ahead.
Yeah, sir.
No, I guess sometimes, you know, encouragement strengthens labor.
Yeah.
And
Marie, you have so much camera.
Marijuana.
Hey, Jerome, the people them stand inside and the black screen low, bro.
All right, so a special here.
Hold on. Live on the air with SOUFLOTV. Good morning.
On slow flow.
Morning, family. How you doing?
We are going, brother. Big up yourself, man. Big up on the listener there.
Yeah.
So from here, you're talking about the customer service, you know.
Yeah.
And you're right about the people that kill them. But we talk about the recipient, like we will receive. You know, so we're mindful condition, right?
To take bad treatment.
Bad customer service.
Yeah.
Right? That's when you do go in a Jamaican restaurant or so, is offering good customer service. We tend to feel special like they like it.
Well, sir, when we go to Jamaican restaurants and the woman them nice to us, give us good customer service, we tend to start things say, she like it.
She like it. That's how much we are custom. That's how much we are custom to the fat customer service.
Yeah. Wash me on that.
Yeah, exactly. And if and if a man offer a good customer service, when we go back, we don't do one thing serve we again, that's him straight.
It's a batty boy, I love it.
Yo, man licking nail on top of the nail, yo.
Yo, that's how much your mind condition to it, brother. Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, man.
Don't pick up yourself.
All right, my brother.
And I like to add to that. Many times I go place and a person be too nice as a man, I feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, I like the brother just say, if so when it's a woman, here we know the man them, but she like me, dog. But when time is a man and you're too nice, I'm about the man, brother. Me now go back over there. The man want me there with him upscale gravy. Yo, we're weird. At least we can laugh at ourselves, no? At least we can laugh at ourselves sometimes. Oh man, that's funny. Anyhow, listen, I'm gonna play that brother message one more time just because I want, for the people them who don't know where this is coming from, for you to understand where it's coming from. Then we're gonna move on to another topic. The other topic is gonna be something that Shensia said happened to her yesterday. Shensia, hit and run Shensia. But one more time for the American brother, this is what he had to say.
Jamaican food, but fuck that. Fuck them places, cuz. Them motherfuckers act like you're a burden for wanting their food. Like, they act like, nigga, you American and you come in there, you get the stankiest attitude, just no customer service or nothing. God damn. But a roster come in there, oh yeah, the fuck? If you only wanted to serve Jamaicans, why the fuck did y'all come here? What the fuck? You came to America to make a store because your granddaddy over here and you just want your granddaddy to come to it all the time? Nigga, we fuck with your food. But god damn, I don't fuck with it enough that you gonna give me your ass to kiss. Fuck you in that goddamn food. The fuck, like, that shit blew the fuck out of me just now. Like, motherfucker, fix your face. I came to give you my money and you acting like I came to, I don't fucking know, but I ain't do shit to you. Hey, how you doing? Your face frown. Nigga, fuck you. Turn around. Man, I love Jamaican food.
All right. So, there you have it. That's where that came
mom
from.
and pop,
right.
many times their restaurants fail because they don't choose to upgrade the food and their business also, and because they're having rough time at home.
Like the aesthetics around the place.
And even enhance the food. I've gone to mom and, as I say, I used to be a head chef, but I've gone to mom and pops and my asked to fry dumpling. And Jesus Christ, that any old people eat that today, pop out all of them false teeth. Because they don't add certain ingredients, need the flour, let the heat rise. Maybe add a little milk.
We're talking about how the foreigners them feel with the customer service, because they're not complaining about the food. Them love the food. See, us Jamaicans, we will complain about the food, right? Because we grew up eating this food, and some of us can even cook this food better than the restaurants that are in our area. So that's what I talk about. We talk about how them complain about the customer service.
Yeah. As I even gone to Golden Cross up here, and the lady was so nice that me feel like me need to order the next food. I don't need it, but it's just that she was so nice.
Yes, I got one extra plate of food just because.
Yeah, well, I mean, in some areas you don't find Jamaican restaurant. And a lunch special, so the price is cheaper. So I get, 3 for 1 or whatever it is, a cheaper price. But as I said, and then I go place and I see the lady them with attitude, and then it make me want to judge my own mess. You see that? Look how him it's straight through him skin. He whole I'm bleach out, and it's like him skin deteriorate. So I say she have on some eyelash where they fan herself, and so may go on, because our bad attitude, me start scrutinize her. Yeah, and so they come from Jamaica. So go ahead, Marie.
So, when you was talking about customer service, it can actually benefit some people if they have good customer service. I remember one time my sister, who is no longer alive, she did a work at one restaurant and she was a waitress. And you know, say waitress don't get good wages. They have to work for them tips, right? My sister, one day, she come home with $600 in tips. Just in tips for one day from working at her job at a restaurant. I'm going to sit down and watch her one day to find out how my sister made $600 in tips. And you know what I noticed about my sister? She remember her customers to the point where the customers come in and request to sit in her section because she know what they want. She know how they want their coffee. She know what they want to eat when they come in. She know them by first name basis. And my sister was making money. You hear me?
True. People will pay for your niceness, though. People will pay for your niceness, and that's true. So again, end of the day, it benefits us for us to start looking at how our customer service is and improving on it, so the wider audience around the world. Because Jamaican restaurant, they're everywhere in the world now, but and everywhere in the world where we're at, they're complaining about our customer service. So a part of it is cultural, but we have to start fixing a part of the culture there.
Even around the Eskimos, you'll find Jamaican restaurants.
They complain about the customer service, bro. You're murdering him. Watch this. May I move along? Shensia put out a video yesterday, right? She said something happened to her, which I had something to say about. So check out what Shensia said right here, and then we'll talk. Look.
Are crazy as they literally have no boundaries. It's just insane because why would you think it would be okay to video me while I'm naked on the table with my eyes closed? Like, I feel like I just got raped or something. Like, I feel violated. Like, no, I've never had that in my entire life. Like, you know when you're videoing something and your phone is unlocked and it goes like click, click, and that double click? That's what I heard. When I open my eyes, I see this phone in my face. I'm like, I know you're in line. I tell you that people are crazy, but they literally have no boundaries. It's just insane because why would you think it would be okay to video me while I'm naked on the table with my eyes closed? Like,
all right, so this happened to Shensia. She said she went somewhere to get a massage yesterday. She went somewhere to get a massage, and she was in there getting a massage, and she hear, you know, like when you turn on your phone for video and you hear the click, click. So she said she opened her eyes. She's naked on the table. She opened her eyes to see the cell phone in her face. Like, the person that was videoing her must have been saying to somebody, like, you won't believe who I'm videoing right now, like Shensia on my table. And but she was naked. So the first thing me said, I was like, wait there. So you as big star go lay down, and she said he. I'm like, you, why y'all go to a man first of all? If you're a woman, why you got a man go strip down naked to get full body massage? And then here he is, of course, taking a picture of you naked or a video of you naked to prove to his friends that him did that. They won't believe me if I tell them that it's you. So I'm gonna have to show them. That's crazy. That's crazy. Just a little heads up, out there, women. I don't even know why, but if I was a woman, I would probably feel comfortable going to another woman. First of all, if I'm gonna strip naked to get a full massage, when I feel comfortable, probably I go to our next one. And then again, as a star, you have to be more careful about where you go strip yourself down naked at. You can't just choose any parlor. It have to be people who understand your run-ins. You know what I mean? She said it was a what? She said it was a lady. I got that she said it was a guy. Or maybe she was talking and she said man instead of it was a man. But yeah, nobody strange couldn't give me no massage if me I know big superstar. It would have to be my people who know the run-ins with me. Like, you can't send pictures of me naked. Could you imagine if a full naked picture of Shensia hit social media right now? Full frontal. That would be all kinds of hair like that. So she herself would need to be careful. Now, I won't spend much time on that. This one I had to get to this morning, and I don't want anybody to really comment on this one. This one, I just want y'all to observe. Maybe you can respond in emojis or respond in words that don't make much sense to anybody else but us. I don't know how to tell you to respond, but I don't want you to go into details politically. What I'm about to play for you, you know that guy that recently got assassinated, right? The person who did the assassination, they wanted to say that it was the Democrats, the left, the far left. It's being painted a certain kind of way that's inciting, like, and it turns out that he is from a family whose both parents are, and him still live at home too, except for when he's living on campus. Both parents are from the far right. He spoke about his dad being fully MAGA and even more MAGA now than ever before. Deep into MAGA. They found a record of him himself donating to the Trump, you know, like when they're running for president, the campaign, donating to the campaign. He himself, because people were like, yeah, his parents probably are, but he's obviously far left. And they found record of him donating financially to the Trump campaign, even, right? He just did not like the one particular individual, which he assassinated. Now, the thing about it is, it goes even further than that. The person who he is so-called in love with turns out to be a guy girl, a tranny, whatever you want to call them, transsexual person. So here's the sheriff department who got a hold of their letters or their communications right after he had committed the act and was trying to get away out of the area. Pay attention to this.
The roommate. Police interviewed Robinson's roommate, a biological male who was involved in a romantic relationship with Robinson. The roommate told police that the roommate received messages from Robinson about the shooting, and he did provide those messages to police. On September 10th, 2025, the roommate received a text message from Robinson which said, "Drop what..."
The roommate is a biological male that chooses to live as a female. So every time you hear a roommate, that's the transsexual that is his roommate, but is actually really his lover. He's from a conservative Christian family, far right, but this is the other side of his life.
"You're doing. Look under my keyboard." The roommate romantic relationship with Robinson. The roommate told police that the roommate received messages from Robinson about the shooting, and he did provide those messages to police. On September 10th, 2025, the roommate received a text message from Robinson which said, "Drop what you're doing. Look under my keyboard." The roommate looked under the keyboard and found a note that stated, quote, "I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it." Police found a photograph of this note. The following text exchange then took place. After reading the note, the roommate responded, "What? You're joking, right? Robinson, I am still okay, my love, but I'm stuck in Orem for a little while longer yet. Shouldn't be long until I can come home. but I gotta grab my rifle still. To be honest, I'd hoped to keep this secret till I died of old age. I am sorry to involve you. Roommate, you weren't the one who did it, right? Robinson, I am, I'm sorry. Roommate, I thought they caught the person. Robinson, no, they grabbed some crazy old dude, then interrogated someone in similar clothing. I had planned to grab my rifle from my drop point shortly after, but most of that side of town got locked down. It's quiet almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle lingering. Roommate, why? Robinson, why did I do it? Roommate, yeah. Robinson, I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. If I am able to grab my rifle unseen, I will have left no evidence. Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully they have moved on. I haven't seen anything about them finding it. Roommate, how long have you been planning this? Robinson, a bit over a week, I believe. I can get close to it, but there is a squad car parked right by it. I think they already swept that spot, but I don't want to chance it. Robinson again, I'm wishing I had circled back and grabbed it as soon as I got to my vehicle. I'm worried what my old man would do if I didn't bring back Grandpa's rifle. IDEK if it's had a serial number, but it wouldn't trace to me. I worry about prints. I had to leave it in a bush where I changed outfits. Didn't have the ability or time to bring it with. I might have to abandon it and hope they don't find prints. How the F will I explain losing it to my old man? Only thing I left was the rifle wrapped in a towel. Remember how I was engraving bullets? The FN messages are mostly a big meme. If I see notice bulge UWU on Fox News, I might have a stroke, all right. I'm gonna have to leave it. That really effing sucks. Judging from today, I'd say Grandpa's gun does just fine, IDK. I think that was a $2K scope. Wink, wink. Robinson again, delete this exchange. Again, Robinson, my dad wants photos of the rifle. He says Grandpa wants to know who has what. The feds released a photo of the rifle and it is very unique. He's calling me, RN, not answering. Robinson.
Wait.
Wait,
the grandfather's rifle is very unique. It's an old style rifle. The feds have the rifle and they've released a photo of the rifle, and the grandfather is calling his grandson right now, and he said, that's him calling me, I'm not answering.
Trump got into office, my dad has been pretty diehard MAGA. Robinson again, delete this exchange. Again, Robinson, my dad wants photos of the rifle. He says Grandpa wants to know who has what. The feds released a photo of the rifle and it is very unique. He's calling me, RN, not answering. Robinson, since Trump got into office, my dad has been pretty diehard MAGA. Robinson, I'm going to turn myself in willingly. One of my neighbors here is a deputy for the sheriff. Again, you are all I worry about, love. That came from Robinson. Roommate, I'm much more worried about you. Robinson, don't talk to the media, please. Don't take any interviews or make any comments. If any police ask you questions, ask for a lawyer and stay silent. The search for Robinson's residence. Police executed a search warrant on Robinson's residence. During that search, police discovered a shell casing with etchings like the etchings found on the shells in the rifle near UVU. Police also found several target boards with bullet holes in Robinson's home. The roommate.
So
Police interviewed Robinson's roommate, a biological male who was involved in a romantic relationship with Robinson.
There you have it. There you have it. Moving right along. Moving right along. For those of you who are wondering, because I know you want to express yourself so bad, and so do I, but if you've been paying attention to what's been happening lately, every person who has expressed themselves outright on this topic, if you weren't basically saying everything that somebody wanted you to say and it wasn't in their favor, they were coming for you. So we will not be saying anything about it. We just share what is out there so everybody stays on the same page and we keep it moving on to the next topic. Right? The real nerves to communicate with another person and not involve that person unwillingly. All right. Exactly, BM. So on our list this morning, we had been through that. Yesterday was a sad day. First of all, let's get into this first. The school bus system in Jamaica. We're going to talk about a double murder that happened in Jamaica yesterday, which involves a child, a 2-year-old. A 2-year-old was killed yesterday along with a man. We're going to talk about that situation. We're going to talk about a video I saw of a sister in a church who she said that her brother is in hell.
People are crazy.
He went to hell because he never worked for God. So we're going to talk about all those stuff this morning. A little bit of humor in there, but you know how we do already. The bitter with the sweet, the funny with the not so funny, and we'll make most of it. All right. Those are our two topics that are left, and let's get into them right now. Before I do all that, though, everybody here is familiar with who Lisa Hanna is. Lisa Hanna just turned 50 years old, right? Right. Did y'all see her 50th post? What she posted for her 50th? Yeah, PG. Did you see her 50th post? Marvin, you saw what she posted for her 50th? When she was holding the dog? No? Okay. This is a 50-year-old woman. Remember when we talk about like weight training? Remember when we talk about weight training and taking care of your body and aging with grace and yeah. I saw where she said that she's been doing karate since she was pretty young and she never stopped doing it. I believe she is a black belt, super advanced, and also weight training she picked up really early in life, and she's still weight training as we speak. So that's one of the pictures there. She have them big dog around her all the time though, which I don't know. I think her husband is like, her husband must be like, this is what brother said, Lisa and her husband can't manage that dog. He can't manage that. Her husband is a much older man, right? I don't know why we even think of who can manage what. Cause if she say her husband and it works for them, it works for them. Maybe she don't want to be managed the way you are think she needs to be managed. You know what I mean? It's about look for the woman. The comments are crazy over there though. But our husband can't manage that dog. Her husband is about 80. PG. PG. He's pushing up about 80, or is him reached there already? Even if he's not, he's like close to it, right? Yeah. And the man them have a lot to say. The man them have a lot to say, but which Jamaican man not gonna have a lot to say? Lulu Lulu said, I thought he was 100. He's a much older guy. He's a much older guy, but that's the love of her life, man. She just recently posted, I think it was for their anniversary, you know, where she was lauding him with all types of the best person I know. She said something about you can lead him with a feather, but you cannot push him with a bulldozer, but you can lead him with a feather. He is the best person I know, kind and loving yet strong, and all these other things. It works for her. It works for her. So for the brother them, I was gonna say maybe she don't want to be handled like how you think, you know. You over there talk about how her husband can't manage that dog, him can't handle that. I don't know if she necessarily wants to be handled. Sometimes you have to choose in a life, you know. Sometimes you have to choose in life. I could you know, a big dick John we can drop it in your belly bottom and John don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it through. Or you gotta choose, you know, old man Ricky. Old man Ricky is gonna provide lovely for you in this life and the next. And you're gonna have that soft life for the rest of your life, kind of thing. So you have to choose. A whole heap of woman choose big dick John and him drop it in her belly bottom and then she don't have nothing after. All she have is memories. And that's it. Yeah. So I think that's her choice. She made her choice. So even if the man can't handle it, I'm sure him can angle it. Just find the way how she wants it. No? It may be great eating with the knife and fork. LOL. Junior Copeland. Oh boy. I saw. What you know what? Now come off of that subject here. Whatever works for them works for them. Let me leave this alone real quick. I'll go back over here so we don't talk about. So I was just about to talk about the rural bus system. You know, the Right Honorable Andrew Holness got sworn in yesterday again. So this is Andrew beginning his third term. Elaine Brown, morning family. The Right Honorable Andrew Holness is beginning his third term as Prime Minister of Jamaica. You know, he called for unity across the board. He's calling for both parties to work together for Jamaica's best interest. I remember Mark Golden saying during the campaign, though, that Andrew says a lot of stuff about bipartisan and working together for the betterment of Jamaica. But trust me when I tell you, he is farthest from it. He says it, but he is not somebody that is bipartisan anything. And I hope that changes. I hope the whole landscape of corruption and, how should I say it? I hope who did that thief already, thief enough and don't plan to thief no more. And I hope all the promises that were made in the campaign are fulfilled. And I do hope that there is true bipartisan work on behalf of the betterment of Jamaica and all these other things. But let's start out with the rural school bus system, because I am from the rurals, right? The rural school bus system, I saw a headline flash across TVJ yesterday, which drew my attention, and it said, there are no rural school buses in the rurals. Remember, the school bus system is called the rural school bus system, and it's for the rurals. Apparently, most of the rural haven't seen one of the school bus them yet. Remember when they kept showing us the school buses and I said, how come them always are showing the school bus them on some nice fancy road? Because that's not how the roads look in the rurals. Most of rural Jamaica have terrible roads. Okay? So you decide if this was a political prank in order to get what they got, which is to win the election. You know, roll out everything one time quick. It will be ready and it is ready, and then there is none. You know, I remember somebody saying, SOUFLO, you know, I got to say, most of them bus there, I got to sit down there and rust here. Remember me tell you, them bus there was used to buy votes for this election. That's it. They might roll out few of them, but after a couple of months, I give it a year at the most, 2, you know, see them bus up on road again a car picnic. I hope it's not so. I hope it's not true. Because in the rurals, we really need a school bus for the children, you know? So I went and looked and saw what they're being exposed, because if it reached TVJ and the headline is there are none of the rural buses in for the rural school bus system in the rurals. How ironic, rural school bus should be for the rurals. That's what it was about, and then none did it. So the people them are complaining so much now that they've put out something which was put up just 19 hours ago. And it says communities across the island are not yet covered under the National Rural School Bus Program. They are being asked and being encouraged to submit a request for inclusion to the Jamaica Urban Transit Company. All the communities in the rurals that are not covered, we don't get no bus. On a vote thinking say bus was gonna drop at the door by tomorrow morning. And when school start back, bus would have in your community. And you didn't get none, but them get your vote though, and when the election with it, you are being asked and encouraged to file some paperwork to submit your requests for inclusion to the Jamaica Urban Transit Company. I thought they had this mapped out already, where they knew where all the schools were, and you know, this segment would get, this section would get one bus, you saw, and that bus would pick up for this, that, and that school. Because you know, in a certain mile radius, you have different schools, but it's all the children from like the same area. So I thought they had done that already. Now them are encourage the people them to submit paperwork for their inclusion. So speaking on the Jamaican Information Service, or JIS television program, Get the Facts, Corporate Communications Manager at JUTC, Chantal Thompson, said that while the initial rollout of these buses targeted areas that had high demand, the company remains responsive to public feedback. High demands for school bus, I saw them in areas that I didn't even think was country. So if we've missed your area and there is a demand for service there, we are encouraging you to reach out to the JUTC team. Moravia, Pitney them will go school, Christiana, Sparling, Alston, Walders Run, all up in them place, the Silent Hill. Ono me talk a 5 that me name off already. If we've missed your area and there is a demand for service, we encourage you to reach out to the JUTC team, and we will conduct route testing to determine feasibility, including road conditions and potential ridership. Not for nothing, but I am a person, words are very meaningful to me. So let me run you back through that section there. If we've missed your area, how are you missing the area? Okay, if we've missed your area and there is a demand for service, there's a demand for service for every rural school, Picnic, when I live near the school, I'm gonna need a ride to school. If we've missed your area and there's a demand for service, we encourage you to reach out to the JUTC team. We will conduct, so you know already, say this is not going to be no overnight. All right, them need one bus for the route from over there, so that area there. It's not going to be that. they said that we will conduct route testing first to determine feasibility. That means if it can even happen in your area, including your road conditions. The whole of the road, them bad, up which part me come from, you know. So if it includes road conditions, I can say that we're probably not gonna get a bus. So our children them get what they don't get from up in my area. We will conduct route testing to determine feasibility, to determine if it can go on this up, including road conditions and potential ridership. I feel like the people them got a 6 for a 9 with this. But you know what? I know what they're gonna say. They're gonna say Rome wasn't built in a day and everything takes time, and just work with the program because the bus them dead already. I just forget them on the ground. But now you are telling the people them who live in an area that has had the same bad roads from 40 years ago. Say first, this determines the condition of their roads. Then you never know, say you are bringing these buses and call them rural school buses for the rural school bus system. So you would need to fix the rural roads first before. So now that you have the bus, them you tell the people them say your road have to meet the standards first, as if it's the people's responsibility to make sure that the roads meet the standards for them to be able to get a school bus for them children. You know, it amazes me that when we talk about these things, people immediately go to JLP, PNP in their mindset. I'm not arguing JLP or PNP. I'm all for the rural school bus system. I want it roll out, and I want it roll out now. But what did I say during the election time period? I talked about the roads. I talked about how dangerous the roads are. In the rurals, me there when me there Jamaica, me a real country boy, you know. In the rurals, me there some road when me drive pan, me I tell you say nighttime, I would not advise you to go in these areas where I go at nighttime, because if you're not sure or know about, say, you have to hold the corner there to the left. If you don't know that, God help you when them find you, if them find you, because over so you're gone. So I was wondering, I was concerned about these roads already. I mean, I said, them are going to put them bus up on them road, how that going to work. Well, if you feel like your area need a bus, to all the schools in the areas I just call out, they will conduct route testing to determine the feasibility, including road conditions and potential ridership. Communities are urged to submit their requests through JUTC's official social media platform. For those of you who are wondering where you submit, all the youth them will listen to this or watch us, you go ahead and talk to your principal or talk to whoever is in your school, headmaster, headmistress, and see if them can reach out. You might have to spearhead this, youth. You are urged to submit your request through JUTC official social media platform or through the Ministry of Education Skills, Youth and Information Communication channels. The National Rural School Bus Program, which aims to provide safe, reliable, affordable, and exclusive transportation for students, is a collaborative effort of the Ministry of Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport, the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, and also the JUTC. In other words, one bag of different organizations came together to make this possible. We got it. Thompson added that the program has received positive feedback from students and parents alike, with many of them expressing appreciation for the dedicated service and for its affordability. That's for those who have gotten it. Where I've seen it, didn't look like the rurals to me. Students are currently benefiting from free bus rides during the months of September and October. I know some people said, I thought this was going to be free. My kids go to school in the US and they ride the same bus that look the same like those and they get it for free. Okay. Everything can't be free, right? Everything can't be free. So on one end, I wanted it to be free completely, but I guess it's something where we have to go work with. It was sold to the people during the election that it was going to be free though. And they believed that it would be operational come school start and it would be free. And it's not. But I'll give them this. Thompson added that the program has received positive feedback, expressing appreciation for the dedicated service and also for its affordability. It is super affordable. Students are currently benefiting for the next 2 months, September and October, free. After that, they will have to pay $50 per trip. That means $50 going, $50 coming back. So that is $100 a day times 5. That's $500 for a week of going to school. $500 for a week of transportation going to school compared to taxi money is a big difference. Now you must remember, say, how much is 1 US in Jamaica? 1 US is 100 and something, right? I think it's 151. Let's round it up to 150. So if you're saying it's 500 per week, it's going to be about $3.50, $4 US per week for transportation to send your child back and forth to school on the bus system. These buses are going to need help. They're going to need to be maintained. Tyaga bus, the bus that are broke down. They're going to need tune up regular, especially to handle our rural terrains if they actually start running in the rurals. Remember how I was saying them now running at the rurals? I'm not seeing none of them in the rurals. Well, they're still not in the rurals. Lulu Ridges, you're right. School tax money pay for that. Well, them still are gonna tax the people them. So it's gonna work out to about $3.50 US per week for a week's travel, which that ain't bad. Yeah, I feel like the people them get a 6 for a 9 though, cause even if it was $1, it was sold as something that was gonna be free. And now they're back and they're like, it is gonna be free for the first 2 months. Yeah, man, it's gonna be free. Vote for it. And they voted and they're like, it is free for September and October. It's gonna be everywhere in every rural community when school morning start back. September 2nd, that was right. That hasn't happened yet. So we'll see. The National Rural School Bus Program forms part of the government's broader commitment to improving access to education and ensuring that students safely travel back and forth from home to school. We've had quite a few incidents in Jamaica over the years, and I've covered too many of these stories where a child sat out on their way to school in the morning and just did not make it there. One little girl's story still bothers me sometimes when we talk about it, because she was found in the bushes with her school uniform over our head and our underwear down by our ankle on one leg, on one foot. And they, you know, when we're on WhatsApp people share these. So if you've been in our chat room for a long time, you probably saw that picture. You know how them left are spread out so in the bush and these things. And all that child was trying to do was get to school. Her book bag was still on her back. So whoever did that tour, them do it tour and our book bag still up on our back. I walk, she walk, go home. So yeah, we definitely need the rural school bus system. And when they showed us where she was from and the shortcut, because it was a shortcut that she took, when them showed the shortcut what she took, everybody in the comment section was like, Jesus Christ, a jungle that. Like, why would a little girl go through one bush that thick to go to school? And the people were like, well, the other alternative on main road is a long distance around. But if she cut through Yasso, she could have reached. So let's hope it works out. But we'll keep an eye on it to see if some of these promises that were made are actually going to be fulfilled. Right? I was under the impression too that it was free Nance, because that's what was said during the election. And then after the election, them say it's free for September and October. That's another thing that we need to think about right there. Will background checks be conducted for these bus drivers? I was watching something a couple of weeks ago where there was a school teacher in Jamaica who was a serial molester. He had done it many times before, but they didn't do a background check when he got hired. So he was working in the school system and still getting his paycheck, flaunting himself as a regular teacher when he was a predator. And it wasn't until a situation happened at the school that somebody said, look into him background. Somebody else who remembers him and had an interaction with him from another institution where he was at before said, look into his background. And when they ran the background check, everything came out. So that's how I know that they don't do mandatory background check for everybody, because they said it in that special that I was watching, that they asked, so isn't mandatory background check done for all the teachers that, they're around children all day? And the answer was no. If there is a suspicion, or sometimes they might randomly do a background check, but a mandatory background check for every teacher is not done. So you can imagine for a bus driver, they probably won't do a mandatory background check either. Right? Yeah, PG, that's what I'm saying too. 500 not bad at all. So I wouldn't even beat that down or complain. We can't expect everything for free, although we would like for it to be for free. It would be just one less worry. It'll be just one less worry off of somebody's head. Because I know sometimes some people just don't have it. You know what I mean? Especially in the rurals there, some people just don't have it. And it might be the week here where them just don't have the $500, but that's small compared to what it could be and to how much the service is worth. Right? Right. They only read half of the sentences. So we the citizen Jamaica, them only read half of the sentence. Yes, free school bus system is what was promoted throughout the election. Only to find out it was free for 2 months. In the fine print, it said it would be free for the first 2 months, and after that, there will be a small fee to pay. But from people say free, that is it. That is it. Sam and Madeline said it does work, and for some more than others. Some seems Lisa, the younger men not adding up these days at all. I don't know what that about. But oh, you're talking about Lisa Hannah. Okay. But I know these days Lisa Hannah they with her husband enough. We're talking about 20-something years or so. No? I know 20-something years. I don't know people in business here. All right. We'll keep a close eye on that. let's move on to another story now. The other story now, this morning, yesterday, we got some disheartening news about a 2-year-old that got shot and died in a drive-by, and the police has since put out a warning for this individual. How should I say it? Because I don't want to get nobody in trouble. But let me say it like this. If you have a name and your nickname, don't let nobody give you any nickname that can get you in trouble. Because as far as we know, when you have a nickname in Jamaica, the nickname means something. I'm not talking about no basic name. I'm talking about like when people call you stuff like terrorist. At that time, nickname, terrorist. The one over there, so, him name Bloodstain. The one over there, so, him name Vandal. Yeah, the one over there, so, him. So, don't make nobody give you them name there if you're not in a them life there. Right now, this youth, the police are looking for him in Jamaica, and I'm willing to bet that I'll be super surprised if he's brought in alive. Anyways, they've issued an ultimatum for Bloodstain. So following Monday's murder of the 2-year-old Tajuan Jackson and 25-year-old Kamali Powell in Marvelly, St. Andrew, the police have issued an ultimatum for Courtney Ashley. That's his real name. Courtney Ashley goes by the name of Bloodstain as well. How ironic. Bloodstain, turn yourself in for questioning in relation to these 2 brutal killings. The double murder occurred between 6 and 7 p.m. The police are now seeking information on the whereabouts of the man, also known as Miller or Max. Detectives said that they intend to question Ashley in relation to other murders as well, including one which occurred in 2017. Bloodstain. I wonder how you get that name there. Now the police have said them have some other murders them want to talk to you about as well. Not saying you did it. They're saying that they think you can help them to solve these murders. Michael Phipps, the Assistant Commissioner of Police, in charge of Area 4, said on Tuesday that Ashley is being asked to turn himself in to the Hunts Bay Criminal Investigation Branch no later than 6 p.m. today. Anything after 6 p.m. today, them are dirty youth. He is wanted also for respect to the double murder of Tajuan Jackson and Kamali Powell, and we are seeking the public's assistance in locating and capturing St. Andrew South Police Division most wanted is what he is now. You have made your way to the top of the list. He is Courtney Ashley, otherwise called Bloodstain, of a number 8 Fenbrook Avenue, Marvelly address in Kingston 20. He is wanted in connection with a number of serious crimes within the St. Andrew South Division that includes the murder of Andrew Foster, which occurred on November 6th of 2017. So from 2017, we're in 2025. Another long run short catch. He is wanted in connection to the triple murder of Fitzroy Cummins, Demoy Mills, and Shamar James. So a 4 murder that already. This one was committed in March 24th of 2022 on the West Main Drive in Marvelly. So the name Bloodstain is fitting. Rotted. Man wanted for a triple murder, now a double murder, and a single murder. Ashley is also wanted for another double murder of Rashawn Palm. Blood fire. So much people this man a kill. May I lose number, so I'm wanted for a triple murder Then he wanted for that double murder with the little picnic, that are 2. Then he's wanted for this next triple murder, a double murder of Rashawn Palmer and Clive Lloyd, which happened November 23rd, 2024. So a next double murder. And they're imploring people who know about his whereabouts to contact the police immediately. So, police, if this a boy fling down people from 2017, how come we don't have him out of road so long? Because that's 3 and 2, 5 and 2, 7. So he's responsible for 7 murders by himself. Blood stain. Somebody said, what happened to Kai Tai Jai? I don't know. We haven't seen Kai Tai Jai in a while. Why are the murderers not behind bars? I wouldn't be surprised if they did let him out on bail at one point. Superintendent Damian Madison, the commander of the St. Andrew South Police Division, said that the next step will be to post photographs of Ashley to guide the public as to who they are looking for. Why do not do that already? That should be done already. In Jamaica, they have a thing that they do where somebody is wanted and they'll give you all the information about them. Is a brown man about 5'9", 5'11", last seen wearing a black hat with black shoes and a pair of black clocks and a green bandana in his back left pocket with an orange one hanging out the right. He was seen on this street, that street, and then them don't give you no address. Not address. They don't give you no descriptive characteristic on paper like a picture, a little old picture or anything. So you don't even know who you're looking for. So the persons can just simply run go a Clarendon because they're wanted in St. Andrew. Run go a Mobile, St. James. I walk around like normal too. Nobody knows who they're looking for. So in connection with the number of serious crimes within the St. Andrew South Division, that includes the murder of Andrew Foster, which occurred November 6, 2017. He is wanted in connection with the triple murder of Fitzroy, Cummings, Des Moines Mills, and Shamar James. These were committed March 24th of 2022 on West Main Street in Marvelly. Ashley is also wanted for another double murder of Rashawn Palmer and Clive Lloyd. These happened November 23rd of 2024 at Seward Drive. Phipps said, imploring people, if you know his whereabouts, this is a dangerous guy. Please get in touch with us, say something. And now he's also wanted for another double murder. Superintendent Damian Madison, the commander, said that the next step will be to issue photographs of the individuals so the public knows who they're looking for. Responding to questions from journalists about whether the baby was shot deliberately, Madison indicated that there is a possibility. There is a possibility that's exactly what happened. It wasn't no stray shot. He might have done this out of, that's just how he operates. The young man who died was the ultimate target, but many residents expressed that the child was deliberately shot as well. We have not ruled that out. The people who were there and saw it said that's what happened. Let it be known though, whether it was a deliberate act or that child was caught in a crossfire, no child should face death in that manner. Manderson shared that the community has experienced relative peace for the past 6 months and that at one point had recorded no murders for more than a whole year straight. He theorized that Monday's double murder could have been sparked by the return of certain people from overseas. Earlier this year, some individuals returned from overseas, and that caused a resurgence of violence. The individuals were trying to position themselves. In February, we had multiple shootings and one person was killed. When them say trying to reposition themselves, you come back from foreign with your badness. You say I come run the place. Somebody else was running the place when you wasn't there. So gunshot I go fly. In February, we had multiple shootings and one person was killed. Out of that, we saw what happened last night, which was probably a reprisal for the incident that happened in February. On Tuesday, residents of it sounds like the police know more but not saying too much more. Who came back from overseas? How were they trying to position themselves? See, they're not telling us all that yet. Is this a gang thing? Dunship thing? Obviously, they know something more. On Tuesday, residents of Marvelly, shocked by the double murder, mourned the victims. Right now, one person says, right now, I can't even tell you how I feel. One woman said as she sat on a chair, rested her head on a table in front of her in despair. A relative of Powell, who cops believe was the intended target of this attack, shared that Monday night had appeared to be a normal night for residents. People outside sitting down, playing dominoes, hold a drink, enjoy themselves, telling jokes. People were outside just talking. And there was this car. And the car came into the lane. And the car parked up for a long time, at the end of the road. And we couldn't see who was inside of the car. Sometimes taxis actually come and pick up the girls them. And they would usually wait on them at the bottom of the road until the passenger is ready. They don't wait at the passenger's gate round here. And we thought it was just something like that that was happening, but we see the car. The car drove out, and then another car came in and parked in the same place. The first car seemed to be the spy, the person who was looking out and said, all right, now watch them for a minute, them the right so come. Because as soon as that one left, the other car came and parked in the same spot. And they drove up to the bench where Kimarley was. And he was sitting right there beside a youth, and the youth was holding the baby. And them shot the baby out of his hand. They shot the baby out his hand. He had to let the baby go. The baby died on the spot. The big youth was also shot, but he survived, while Kimarley, who was the intended target, died on the way to the hospital. Another relative who believed that the baby was deliberately shot said that they might have shot him because they thought that he was Powell's baby, but he wasn't. Powell was the target. Powell has 3 children, so that's another 3 children who have no daddy. Another 3 children when I have no father, because daddy just dead. The last one of his children is 2 months old. So the gunman probably thought that that was his baby. Him running up. He ran into the yard. And when I look and I see him on the ground, he was just looking at me. And I asked him, I said, where you get shot? And he couldn't respond. The baby was shot in the head. The baby died on the spot. And whoever did this act thought that the baby was his own and shot the baby too. Parotted. You know how cold you have to be? You know how cold you have to be to look on a baby and shoot the baby too? You want to hurt somebody so bad that you're going to shoot all the baby in him head. Crazy. Now we're finding out that the mother of the child said that that was her only child. The anguished cries of 24-year-old Tatiana Samuels Powell, because the father name is Powell, so I don't know if they're married. carried the pain of a mother, shattered by the loss of her only child. 2-year-old Tajuan Jackson was gunned down in Grenamede Road, Marvelly, St. Andrew on Monday night. Why them take my only baby from me? He must have been so scared. God, why you never take me instead? Am I not a good mother? Am I a bad mother? She said as she was crying, weeping, her words tumbling out in disbelief, asking God if she's not a good mother and why you take our child and why you took him like this. Samuels Powell said she had been visiting relatives and was seated under a tree with her son when the attack unfolded. One minute I'm holding him and the next minute him gone. This is too much. I just want my baby. Oh gosh, man. You know my pain, God. My belly bottom is so heavy. Them say me enough to question you. God, please show me a sign, please. Relatives describe Tajuan as a playful toddler who was the light of his mother's life. The gunfire also claimed the life of, that we said before, 25-year-old Kamarly Beans Powell. Oh, so she a Powell. She's Powell, and the guy who they came for is Powell as well, but that's not the father. So I'm wondering if that's her brother. It says that Kamani, the victim, was a business operator of Grenamede Road. Another man was injured and remains in the hospital but is in stable condition. Residents said that a group of persons were chilling outside when a car arrived, and we go through that already, how the car them come up and one watch for a minute and they thought it was nothing, and then the other one, they came and took the place as soon as that one left, and this is the car that had the shooter in it. The vehicle paused. It pulled up and it paused. And then the window rolled down. And then the gunman just sprayed the crowd with bullets and just speed off. Residents pointed to the blood stains that still marked the ground near the bench where everybody had been gathered. The bullet holes scarred the walls, a grim reminder of the night's horror. A close relative of Powell said that she was inside her house when the shots happened. When me hear the shot them, and me run out, me no see him. I just see the baby. The baby just a bleed upon the floor. She said moments later, a wounded man was gasping, "Mummy, look over there, sir. Look over there, sir." She rushed to the yard where she saw Powell, and Powell had collapsed. When me find him did still a breathe, but him did a breathe heavy. Him eye them open, but him never talk. So me rush him go to the hospital. By the time me reach at the hospital with him dead, she said as she began to cry as well. The relative said that her blood pressure has since skyrocketed. They shake me up bad. Me have him from him in a belly, Me don't know how to cope. As she replayed the tragedy, she wondered if the killers even know who they were targeting. Them cold and wicked, man. A 2-year-old baby. You see a 2-year-old baby and you never change your mind? Not even the baby them safe? Oh God, man. Every day me hear them say crime gone down. It not gone down. It a happen right before our eyes. What we see different from what them a report, she said. She also said that the Grenamede round there, so that area, has long been targeted by outsiders. Outsiders coming there, shoot at the place, ride out. Another neighbor, refusing to leave her yard, said that fear has gripped this area. The picnic them frightened. Them no want to leave the house this morning to even go to school. It's a baby dead, you know. So what if stop it from reach with other picnic them? Grenmead forms part of Marvelly, a community in the St. Andrew South Police Division that has long struggled with sporadic bursts of violence tied to tensions between top Marvelly and bottom Marvelly. According to the police, the last major shooting in that area happened in February, marking 6 months of relative calm. That quiet had been cited or credited to joint police force operations and community interventions. But for residents, official claims of peace have never matched the daily reality of fear. Senior Superintendent Damian Madison, head of the division, admitted that the attack has undone months of progress. This is one incident too many, he said. Children should be able to play in front of their gates without fear of being brutally murdered. He named Courtney Bloodstain Ashley, also known as, he has other aliases that he goes by. Watch him other alias them. The man named Bloodstain. The next one where him go by name Alien. The next one that him go by name Biggs. And the next one that he goes by name Evil. Evil, Bloodstain, Alien, Biggs. And he has until the end of today to turn himself in. He might claim innocence, you know, but the justice system will decide that. We believe that he can help us with these ongoing incidents. This ain't the first. 2-year-old Tajuan's life should not go in vain. And we are appealing to Jamaica. Do not stand by and watch this. Don't shelter him. Work with us to get him into custody. It continues. You know, sir, right after election and the winning was announced and all that, there's been quite a few murders on the island. So they ran the election on murders are down significantly, no killing, none gone, all small, all serious crimes trending down. Everything is good. It's all well in Tinseltown. Jobs are up. Nobody is unemployed anymore. Jobs are everywhere. And all the jobs are paying well. It was like everything went perfect, right? Just for election. Remember what I said? Y'all remember what I said? I said the method that they are using to keep the murder rate trending down, I don't think it's sustainable. And I hope that after the election is done and everybody get what they wanted out of it, that they can continue to keep the murder rate trending down. Because if you think about it, right, let's just use the last 10 years. Over the last, I know it's more than that, but I'm using the last 10 years because I've been tracking it personally for the last 10 years. Over the last 10 years, murder has consistently been over 1,000 every single year out of Jamaica. Some years we went up to 1,600 and something for that year. So this year, right before election, we were only at 500 and something, or 400 and something, approaching 500. And that was a good look. Because we're being optimistic and we're like, well, if they cut it in half now, next year them cut that number in a half again. The next year them cut that number in a half again. You know, we're trying to be optimistic here. Well, as soon as election blow off, A murder again, me here. I just haven't been covering the murders coming on to depress nobody. But a murder after murder after murder. We have had quite a few murders since the election has been called. It'll be interesting to see what the number is going to be, because we still have the entire month of, we have half of September left to go. We have the entire month of October, November, and December left to go. Will we still do over 1,000 this year again? Exactly, PG. Exactly. That right there. The soldier and the police, them that they were overworking to keep things looking a certain way, them can go home now. Them can do them regular shift now and go home now. We can cut back on the overtime pay and all these things. Them can do them regular shift and go home, and things are going to go back to normal, which is what I feared, which is exactly what I was talking about. But like I said, the numbers were going down, but can we keep them down? And I didn't see a clear crime plan. And you know what the funny thing is? The Prime Minister was voted back in power again and still did not give an outlined strategy, crime fighting strategy, or a clear plan how to keep the numbers of murders trending down. Again. So, we're about to see. We're about to see. December will tell. The last day of December to the 1st of January morning will tell. Because if we pass 1,000 again, just know, say, it was all done for election. And don't ever forget it. This will tell us that they can get the murder numbers down, but they'll get it down when they want something out of it. Other than that, it benefits them to keep those numbers up. Boy. My last one for the morning. I don't know if y'all saw the video going around of an older lady who was at a funeral and she was reading, I think she was doing a eulogy at her brother's funeral. And she said something about her brother gone straight to hell. I can't find her in my stuff that I saved, but when I saw it, I immediately thought, may have something to say. Because you know, some church people so overly righteous, you know, and it's like, I don't know, them think like, say, them decide who go to heaven and who go to hell and whatever. Anyway, I've saved so many videos since then, I can't find it. Dingie never worked for heaven. His sister defends the viral funeral comments. You saw it, friends? You saw it? Wait, who said this? Friends says the Prime Minister don't want to fight crime because he's the biggest criminal and murderer. And you saw the video of Dingie gone straight to hell, headway. So what was meant to be a solemn firewall, sorry, what was meant to be a solemn farewell for 67-year-old Noel Dingie White had exploded into an island-wide drama after a clip of his sister at the funeral went viral. In the video, his sister Patsy Stewart Barnaby shocked the congregation because she got up in front of the church and said these things. When she declared, she said, "Me love Bingy, me love Dingie, but Dingie gonna hell headway." The comment has ignited laughter on some social media platforms, but also heavy criticism from family members and strangers alike. Yet Stewart Barnaby, the sister, she said, "I stand by my word. insisting that she was only speaking the truth as she sees it. I don't care zero what people want to say. According to Stuart Barnaby, her statement was not an attack on her late brother's character, but rather a response to a minister who at the funeral reportedly said, Dingie is gone to heaven now. And she said, no, if me did say I'm gone to heaven, me don't tell lie. She's a Christian woman, she don't lie. I could not sit there and hear that my brother wasn't baptized, that him wasn't filled with the Holy Ghost, and that him never lived a Christian life. In Christian tradition, baptism is seen as the rebirth through water and faith, while being filled with the Holy Ghost described receiving God's Spirit as evidence of salvation. Stuart Barnaby insists that without these steps, none of you should be declared heaven bound. That means that nobody shouldn't be preaching over your casket talking about you're going to heaven, because you're not going. I saw heaven easy figure. Dingie never do any of the required things but understand God to heaven. I saw heaven easy figure. The Bible says unless you're baptized in the name and live right, you cannot go to heaven. My brother never worked for heaven. Stuart Barnaby said that her now viral comments have caused some unease, especially among members of Dingie's immediate family, some of whom believe that her words were disrespectful. She, however, maintains that she was not being judgmental. She said, I did not say that my brother was a thief, or a rapist or a murderer. Dingie was my favorite brother. Me love him dearly, but me can't pretty up nothing. If me did say him go heaven, that would have been hypocritical. She admitted that her bluntness may have hurt, and she believes that the issues escalated mainly because the clip went viral. Sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And my brother saw like Miss Ruby. She saw like Miss Ruby, she saw like my granny. She admitted that, our bluntness may have hurt. She said sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. My brother was a nice man, Him would have moved mountains for his family, but him wasn't a saint. He only ever got church to get married. That's it. Only time Dingie got church was when it was time for Dingie to get married. Dingie never took in the church thing. Right? So Flo, it's on our WhatsApp chat. All right. It's up on our WhatsApp chat. Okay, I just saw that. Sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So Dingie, who lived in Pleasant Valley, some 20 minutes by car from Clarendon's capital, Maypen, he died on May 23rd after a brief illness. Stuart Barnaby, who resides in the neighboring Woodside community, remembers her brother as a decent human being who she loved dearly. Then if you love him dearly and he was a decent human being, Mama, why you go and funeral go say that? Saying God and hell headway. My God, man. Honestly, she could have hold that one day. She really could have hold that one day. In front of all I am picking them and everybody, she could have hold that one day. I bet she's the auntie that everybody hate now. Jamaican people are something else, You see, one time them in them Christianity, them will lose them whole family. They will disconnect themselves from them own children. She accepted that the utterance at his funeral has caused some discomfort, but she said she did not intend to cause anybody any pain. She said, Dingie, again, me I go say it was my favorite brother. And me love him, but me can't lie for nobody. Truth is truth. Continuing on, she said that she will not take back her statement. People lack knowledge of what is hell and what is heaven. If me get the opportunity to say it again, me would have say it again. My brother life was an open book. I'm a good family man, but good works alone don't save you. It's just the truth. She's, oh my God. He's a good family man, but good works alone don't save you. The man, the woman said, a lot of people think it, but not say it. She could have think it, but not say it too. Yeah, if she loved him that much, and at least you can say he was a decent person, she could have think it, but not say it too. She didn't have to say it. That's why I want them cremate me, you know. Yeah, cremate me. Don't have no funeral. Cause I don't want nobody come around with them frigor and foolishness. I don't want anybody coming around, all the hypocrites and parasites them showing up. So just cremate my thing and just put me in a little urn. Just sprinkle me around you know, somewhere up Clarendon there so and call it a day. Cause look where film sister come talk now. My brother was a good man. He would have moved mountains for him family. He was a good family man. My brother life was an open book. But him never worked for heaven. Dingie Ghana hell headway. Yo, I guess this will be our reminder for those of you who call yourselves Christian. Those are my people, Lulu. Watch now. All me I say, you know. And you know what? I'm going to behave myself because, yeah, from me see the Clarendon written in it. Clarendon is not that big. And I'm all over the place. Next thing you know, come attack me when I reach my yard. But here me I say, that might be a warning for those of you who have not done all the things what she said you need to do to get into heaven. Right? Make sure you're baptized. Make sure you're Holy Ghost filled and sanctified. All right? And if you didn't do that, no matter how good of a person you is, you're not getting into heaven. So if your main concern is heaven after this, schedule a baptism. I'm just putting it out there to remind somebody today. All right, PG say you have a memorial before the cremation. You can't escape. Me no want that. I don't want that. I wanted to go straight to the cremation and up out of here. One day I was here, the next day I was gone, and that is that. Me no want them dress me up and lay me down, stretch me out in front of no church, and people are pass and look and them I say, Lord God, they couldn't do makeup a little bit better than that. That not look like SOUFLO at all. Then somebody said, he looks saddy. Then one next person I said, he wicked no ras when he did alive, you know, all you see him there going like in the good person. That's why you see him face. You see how he look like when you juke somebody with pin. Yeah, you see how you skin up him like a pain even in the afterlife. They're just gonna pass your body and just keep making all kinds of comments all over you. Just cremate me and done. That's what I'm asking for. Yo, Denise Park says, nah, at SOUFLO, not take all of that. People need to read their Bible, study, ask the Lord for divine understanding. And that is what is and that is what's gonna get you into heaven. Denise, that is the way to go. Friend says, me rate the lady though. She not play no hypocrite. She not care no hypocrite. Speak it as it is. The woman not petting up nothing. She wicked. She wicked. She should. I bet somebody over there said we tell us that we shouldn't invite her. You know. You see, me know so she not gonna say something like this. You know. Now everybody angry. why him face look like him head? Did I hurt him? Why him face look like his head? Did I hurt him when him dead? I say him face skin up. Woman tell the truth about her brother who she loves dearly. Well, friends, if you like others believe that that is the truth, then make sure so your life is in order too. All right. This is how we are going to end it this morning. If you believe that that was the truth, then make sure say your life is in order too. Or somebody might be standing at your funeral saying the same thing. Friends gonna hell, head for headway. You need a good smaddy, but you never walk for heaven. All right, Miss Ruby, that sounds like something that this woman right here so would have said. My grandmother would have said. But I think she would have said it over with coffin door in front of everybody, but she would probably say it at the house to everybody. Big up yourself, Miss Ruby. Manners and respect to each and every one of you tuning in this morning. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you for being here. Big up to my granny, Miss Ruby, and my grandfather, Mas Creevy. Miss Ruby said, be good. It's best to be good. If you can't be good, be careful. But it's best to be good. See, all right, that's all. And my grandfather, Mas Creevy, there, right, that's all. Mas Creevy said, I will see you tomorrow, if God spare my life. All right? With that said, walk good. I'm out. Peace. It never walk